It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are two rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Boston out there with Kobe. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Gortat, and it's Duncan in at the power forward. Now here's Mozgov. Poke loose. You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale. Surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year. Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through. Here's Green after marching Gortat's bucket, and Green gets it to go. Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Well, he told his guys that protecting the rim is priority 1, 2, and 3. He went on to say, if we don't take away lanes and meet them at the rim, we'll be seeing highlights of them dunking on us all night long. Something they're hoping to avoid, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoff.
Here is Gortat, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Here's Kobe. Can't make good off the pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Now Stevenson, following the three-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
On the wing, Wiggins. Lawson defending. Mozgov. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Here's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Bulls trail by 6. Lawson outside. Shot to stop the drought, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Duncan's got his first bucket in this one. Williams against Lawson. And Parsons kicks to Gortat. And good on the basket. Book it. Gortat's got his second bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
The feed to Green. And now Parsons pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That evens the score.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Stevenson. Gortat comes up with the rebound. 1:42 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Kobe missing.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Nets making a switch here. Jack's checked in. Spates checked in for Chicago. Cephalosha comes in for Parsons. Spates sets a screen. Green with the block. Outside Williams. Feeds it to Green. Good. The nice assist for Williams. 8 points for Draymond Green.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
No good from Jack. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And the transition defense now, guys, non-existent, invisible.
Yeah, 3 straight fast break buckets here. The D seems to be sleepwalking.
Now here is Jack. Now the pass to Green. Dishes it to Wiggins. Puts it up. Chicago grabs the miss. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game.
The games are my solace. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy the chess match. I enjoy the physical play. I enjoy that part of it. So being on the floor, being able to compete at that level and knowing that I won't ever be able to compete on that level once I'm done with this, that drives me, and I love that part of it.
Well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him and going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Bulls, Chandler Parsons out there with Johnson. Then there's J.J. Barea, then it's Thabo Sefolosha, and it's Spates in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Barea, defended by Jack. Barea dishes to Parsons. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bulls.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Young's shot is off.
And Thabo Sefolosha, one of those 3-and-D guys in Oklahoma City, but his three-point shot fallen off a little bit here the last few seasons. He can still make an impact, though, as a long, lanky defensive specialist.
Here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Evans. And stolen by Spates. Nobody near Parsons. Good on the triple. Parsons got 7 points in the game.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Brooklyn making some changes. And Stevenson comes in for Nick Young. And Nelson is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And a change for the Bulls. Gortat's checked in for Maurice Spates. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. Johnson the screen. Barea kicks to Parsons. No good on the three. Nets trail by 3. Stevenson with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Stevenson's got his second bucket of the night. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Johnson with a screen on Nelson. Johnson kicks to Parsons. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Nelson, the pass to Hibbert. They set the pick. The dish to Bogdanovich. Hibbert with a screen on Parsons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Parsons. Here's Sefolosha. Finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Bogdanovich. Shot is off. Parsons with some nice D. Bulls have had a great rebounding team for a long time now. Last season was no different.
Yeah, so many categories to measure how well a team rebounds. The Bulls were in the top 3 in almost all of them.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Near the three-point line, it's Nelson. They get it again. Evans dishes to Hibbert. Here's Bogdanovich. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. That's on Marcin Gortat.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
You know, you don't like the foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets a tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Evans. Wiggins comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Nelson. They set the pick. Gortat with the screen for Kobe. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
As for the Bulls and rebounding, I mean, they were second in the league in winning contested rebounds. That's another data analytics stat for you folks. Second overall in total rebounds, too.
Now here's Green. 8 points for him. Count it from 12. Green's got 10.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Lawson kicks to Cephalosha. Duncan, the pass to Gortat. Screen by Duncan. There's the three. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Gortat. And that's now 7 points for Kobe Bryant.
And with the big men the Bulls have, it's easy to see why they rebound so well. But make no mistake, guards and bigs alike rebound well on this Bulls team.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Lawson outside. Out to the right wing. Bank shot. No good. Nets trail by 5.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
And the basket good. 14 points for Draymond Green.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lawson outside. Out to the wing. 18 feet out. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Back to Green. A fader. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And the first half comes to a close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The game was always within a fairly narrow. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Green. He's got 14 points and a block. Seems like he's making everything he looks at.
Automatic, guys. It's just totally automatic.
Ozgov is out there with Green. Then it's Lance Stevenson. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Bryant. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Parsons for 3. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And 12 points for Chandler Parsons.
Kobe with the brilliant assist that time. And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
Green kicks to Stevenson. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Bulls leading by 6. Parsons on the wing. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Gortat uses the glass to finish the layup. Gortat's got 6 points. And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete. But his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Spates checked in for Gortat.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Now Green, following the miss by Ty Lawson from deep.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Passes it to Bryant from the baseline. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Young comes in for Wiggins, and it's Bogdanovich in for Darren Williams.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Nets trail by 11.
And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
As you mentioned with the Nets, they limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
Parsons with the rebound.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
The three. A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Green dishes to Young. Again, Young missing. The Bulls leading by 14. Barea kicks to Kobe. Takes the 13-footer. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Bogdanovich passes to Mozgov. The 15-footer. And Jarrett Jack, the bucket on the assist by Mozgov. Jack's got his first 2 points.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Left side, Bryant. From downtown. That doesn't go in either for Kobe.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Bogdanovich dishes to Green. Shoots from 12. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Here's Jack after the Bulls pick up 2. Lets it go. About that one, the Bulls' lead has been cut down to 12 points on that basket from Bogdanovich.
Chicago timeout call.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mozgov. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Nick Young. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Bogdanovich. And so it's Brooklyn with it after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
Here's Jack after Marcin Gortat's bucket. And Jack kicks to Green. Wiggins passes to Green. Tries from 16. That's good. Green's got 18 points.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Now here's Parsons. 14 points for him. Count the bucket. Spades has got his second basket.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Nets trail by 16. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Cephalosha. Kobe is out there with Lawson. Then there's Duncan. And it's Gortat in at the 5. Well, Chicago has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Cephalosha kicks to Duncan. Bulls moving the ball around. Cephalosha misses.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Williams with a clean look, and the 3 off target.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Here's Duncan. That one a little long. The net shooting for the game at 42%. Kicks it out to Stevenson. On the wing, Williams. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Williams has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets. Lawson dishes to Duncan. There's a screen. And here's Bryant for 3. Duncan slams it home for the putback. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Kev, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever? I mean, I doubt we'll see them make that mistake again.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Lawson kicks to Duncan. It's stolen by Green. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game. And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls. Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, 2-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball require. I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here's Duncan. Pass to Bryant. Gortat with a screen on Stevenson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And over the course of last season and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
And with the three-pointers, the best teams in the NBA are great at them, Clark. All 4 of the conference finals teams from last year were tops in the NBA in 3.
Yeah, it's definitely a predominant stat in the NBA now, and you look at some of the numbers. Curry broke his own record for made threes in a season. The Rockets set the team record. It's a real part of the game that you have to be good at to succeed in the league.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Now, here is Lawson following the miss by Draymond Green. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mozgov. And a change for the Bulls. Spates is checked in. Duncan, a screen. Lawson against Williams. Here's Parsons. Higgins with the block. Stevenson outside. And the wide open shot from Green. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got his 5th assist in this one. Chicago leading by 13. Outside, Kobe. 14 feet away. Connects, the jumper drops. Kobe's got 8 here in the quarter. 1:35 left in the 4th. Good chance here for Stevenson. Chicago grabs the miss.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Parsons. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Now here's Barea. There's the pick. He feeds it to Spates. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 4 on the shot clock. Unloads. Barea, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Smith for 3. Again, the miss by Smith. And the Bulls with possession. It's a 14-point game. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. That's good. Here's Roberson. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Chandler Parsons.
This was Chandler Parsons taking it to the next level, Shaq.
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.